hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. One-hill run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now Goff on 1st down. And he'll find Hall. Touchdown! Detroit. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside. Hard
to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action. Now it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 39 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Goff.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is You know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's to the right side. Complete to Kittle. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. 41 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7. Robbie Gould taking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a first down throw. Gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Under 10.
On second down, Swift. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 28, it's second and 5. Here's Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing again is Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 16-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hall. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Tiger, Tiger.
Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A 53-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. A strong running. And they'll get this down to the 10. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Lance on the keeper. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
It's down 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw is Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with a score of 9.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Gone. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Swift. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by Sanger, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Lance able to find Mostert. And shutting him off, now open field. Still staying on his feet, are you serious? And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Mostert. Pushes him over. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Gold to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Niners 28, Lions 24.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Goff. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Goff now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the 49ers,